What is it about place names that have spiritual significance? You know, there are some places that are called sort of Garden of Angels or Garden of Peace. And you can find many of these places around the world. They're kind of set aside as places of serenity, places of rest, places where you can go and just spend time and be in a different, it's almost like a different world. And I want to talk about the reality, the spiritual reality behind these places. People will name these places in this way because they have sensed something different about that place, and it's often more than one person has sensed it. And you can even go to other kind of places that are actually set aside to be a specific kind of place, a memorial garden, where it's got plants and flowers growing, and it's got dedicated places of sitting, meditating, being at peace. And there's two kind of places that I'm talking about here. One is where God has designed to be kind of an interaction between heaven and earth. And people describe it as sort of like a portal or a thin place, however you want to describe it. The spiritual dynamics are that God has apportioned this geographical area then in time and space with the Spirit to actually enable people to come into his presence, to come into the ministry of the heavenly realm easily. You see some of these in the Gospels. One place we've covered recently is the Pool of Bethesda, where an angel would come down and stir up the waters to give healing to people. These places are real, these designated, godly, heavenly assigned places. And in the spiritual realm, the angelic host minister different things into people. Some are peace, some are healing, some are restoration. The list can go on. Some are joy, some are generosity of heart. And there are other places that people have set apart to become those kind of places. And these are often memorial gardens, which are places of beauty set aside where people can go in and be quiet and meditate and be at peace. And what happens is, as the people start to do this, it starts to attract that kind of thing in the spirit, where you're sowing peace, you're sowing the quietening of the soul, and it attracts the heavenly realm because it's sort of aligning with the fruit of the Holy Spirit. And that kind of thing also attracts the angelic host. It attracts God, where people come in and God says, I'm going to meet with you here because you've quietened yourself. So if you are aware of places around you where it's been given a name and it sounds almost like there should be something interesting going on there, I'd encourage you, go and find out. Go and sit there, close your eyes, tune into the Holy Spirit, and spend a while just listening to Holy Spirit and saying, open my eyes, open the eyes of my heart to what you're doing here. Show me the heavenly reality of this place. Now, I did this once with a memorial garden, a place that was not necessarily recognized as one of these natural, divine, peaceful spots. It was created to be a place where people could go and remember. I think it was kind of a war memorial place from the Great War. I went into this garden, I sat down. I didn't immediately feel any peace, but it was kind of serene. It was enclosed off from the surrounding area. And I sat down and I said, Holy Spirit, show me what's going on here. I do not want to tune into the physical reality around me. I want to see the spiritual reality. And after about 20 minutes, my eyes began to focus, the spiritual eyes began to focus on the heavenly realms. Now, when you do this, it can take a while to zone out of the physical surroundings and tune into the Holy Spirit. And sometimes it can take multiple times where you have to keep going back, and tune into the Holy Spirit. And what he revealed to me was actually not the physical realm, but I was transported into the heavenly realm, and I was able to see the spiritual realm of what was happening in that place. And I saw the angelic host taking things from the waters of life in the heavenly realm and bringing them down and ministering them to people, almost equipping people with these things of heaven, things of peace, things of joy, things of peace of mind. It was mostly to do with peace and restoration of the soul. So in these places where it's recognized that there's something unusual and spiritual happening that's of a heavenly sense going on, go there, spend time with Holy Spirit and say, open the eyes of my heart. Show me what's happening in the spiritual realm, and be open to the Holy Spirit showing you wonders, and be open to seeing things which you never imagined possible.